So now that our stress is maxed, we're going to need to relax. That was super valuable. Yeah. So it means that afterwards we need to relax to gain back our stress, but it was super good for picking up skills, which is why I like to explore as much as I can. There are ways that you can metagame to get out exploring even earlier, but I'm fine with how soon we got out to explore. Anemone has nothing to say, she's just showing off her collection of scales. Tang. You tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle, not far away, but outside the walls. Tang looks concerned. Really? She says, wringing her hands. Is it safe? Probably not, or I'll keep him safe. Me, the, what, 12-year-old, 11-year-old? 11-year-old. I'll keep him safe. +2 friendship. She eyes you skeptically. Full offense, Selene, but you're just a kid, she replies. However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there. Full offense. Anything else to say? Oh good, Tang says, barely looking up from her microscope. Another thick-skulled cretin coming to interrupt my work. What do you want? This is my second closest best friend. What great friends we are. Nope. Nothing there. Dis. You spot Dis arguing with someone working in expeditions. They point angrily back to the gates and Dis slinks towards you, anger in his eyes. We're trapped here, he grumbles. I hate it. I hate it here. What did we find? We found collectibles. Eggs and crystal shards. Eggs, I think, is Cal and Anemone. Yeah. So I could boost their friendship. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usual lush Vertumnalia jungle. If there's a breeze, it's warm, and you'd guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you're asleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry, your dad greets you cheerily. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops for actual Vertumnalia dirt, from actual Vertumnalia dirt this week. Sure that sounds neat, not really, or I just miss you and Mom. Sure that sounds neat. He shows you around the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly, not what you'd expect, but your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, he tells you, the Vertumnalia Festival is coming up. There will be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate, Selene. Cal's scooting empty. Oh, we've already read that one. So we'll move on. Another log on the ground. What can we do with logs, since no one wants them? We can add +2 to a card. So in any of these challenges, we can make one of our cards slightly better by using those logs. And since no one likes them, meh. Mars yawns at you as you approach, making no attempt to hide it. It's so boring here. I just watch holovids all day and all night. Why would I bother sleeping? It's not like I need to save my energy for anything, she sighs. I wish I were in a holovid, then maybe something interesting would happen. I mean, you could go out and do some work, rather than just watching holovids. I'm just saying. So, Anemone, I got an egg that I hear you like. Cool, thanks, Anemone says, taking the egg. I guess it is my birthday this week. I kind of forgot. We learned Anemone's birthday, that it's this week, and we gained extra points because we gave her a gift on her birthday. So, we can slowly learn about these people. We know when their birthdays are, what their augments are, if they're in a relationship, and then out of gifts that we've given, whether they like them or dislike them. Obviously, we're all kids, so no one's in a relationship at the moment, but this game will continue on into future months where that will no longer be the case. So as it is, we need to get our stress back, or remove stress, I guess. I don't know, calling it stress, it feels like a thing where it's like, oh yeah, we want to get this meter back to full, but actually we want to get it to empty. Stress seems like a weird name. It's nice to take off time to chill after the stress of school and work, not to mention the mental toll of just living on on this unpredictable planet. Looks like you're not the only one who needs some downtime. Some of the other kids are also relaxing in the lounge. We can approach Mars and Dis, or we can sit alone with our holopalm, which would get us this hooked on your holopalm. I'm always trying to get more friendship, so we'll approach Mars and Dis. Okay, but you do stink, you hear Mars defend herself. It's not my fault you can't tell. Maybe your nose stopped working, but the rest of us can smell it, and... She waves her hand in front of her nose and makes a PU gesture, then turns to you. He smells awful, right, Selene? Do a sniff test? Yeah, Dis always needs a shower. Gets the being a bully card. Stop being so mean, Mars, or this whole planet smells awful anyway. Stop being so mean, Mars. +2 with Dis, -2 with Mars. You stand toe-to-toe with Mars. She glares at you, then at Dis. Ugh, fine, she says, defeated. I'm sorry, Dis. I'm just trying to help, but I should have said it in a nicer way. Not everyone in life is going to tell you the truth, you know. We'll drop one of these zeros. It's time, once more, for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack during Glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated, and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia just feels different in a way you can't describe. The colonists gather in the square for Governor Udicot's speech. What a year Vertumna has given us, the governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I've always hoped that we could bring with us the best facets of humanity, cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumna can sustain megafauna, that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, as second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. There's a smattering of applause. Mars elbows you. Hey, she whispers, did you hear? My dad says Udicot's gonna announce the depot's opening to the public. You shoot her a questioning look and she rolls her eyes. You know, shopping? Somewhere to spend all the kudos we've been saving up? There's gonna be candy and toys and makeup and nice-smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. You know the concept of shopping. They do it in the holovids from Earth, especially the ones Mars likes, but you've never actually done it. The colony provides everything you need, but it would be nice to buy yourself a treat. My dad gives me an allowance, Mars says, shooting you a look of pity. It's too bad your parents make you work for yours. You and Mars tune back into the speeches just as Udicot, as predicted, announces the opening of the general store at the depot. Mars gives you a knowing look as she claps. Udicot gestures for the council members to stand. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. The music starts up as Governor Udicot finishes. Thank you all for your hard work and your perseverance this year, she says over the ruckus. Together, we build the future. The crowd disperses and sets up for the annual Vertumnalia Games. Just like last year, there's a talent show, a science fair, and bot wrestling, now with an obstacle course. Which one do you participate in this year? We can do bot wrestling again, like we did last year, because we have toughness 10 or greater. We still can't do the talent show because we don't have creativity. Or we could do the science fair this year because we have reasoning 10 or higher. I think we've been focusing on reasoning a lot, so we'll do the science fair. Gets us a bit more loyalty and some friendship with Tang. Your competitor for the science fair is predictably Tangent. Her project is on the tensile strength of various building materials, concluding that mushwood is the best choice when you consider not just strength but also sustainability and ease of use. The judges want to know what you've been working on. What have we been working on? Let's present our project. Goal of 48. Wow. That is a big number. So whatever card here gets +2. I was thinking of going that route, but then they're not even anymore, which is a problem. So we could go with something like that, boost that up, and do that. Sure, that's a reasonable start, and it uses some of our lower cards, keeping some of our higher cards. 37, though. I don't know about this. 0, 0. Man, that +1 is just in the wrong spot. I mean, this is a little bit higher. Sure. 25 points. I don't know. So this +1 skill, that doesn't mean +1 points. That means it's getting us an actual skill. So one of our blue skills is going to go up by using this card during a blue challenge, which is cool. Not helpful for winning, but still cool. Wow. We can push through with 50 stress. That's a lot. We can use these logs that we never use. That'll reduce the stress cost of winning. So we'll use a log there and a log there to bring both those up to 2s. That gets us to 21. Because we got all of those as a 3 of a kind now. +1 to a card and turn it red. Yeah, 20 stress is much more tolerable than the 50 stress. Or redraw hand. I don't feel the need to redraw the hand, particularly since I don't have a hand anymore. I mean, I could just keep using logs and win. Why not? Yay, I got my 25. Since we're not using the logs for gifts, might as well just spend them. Hey, we got the best possible score of 25 because there was no way to pull that off with the cards. Yeah, basically brute force it. Yep. In secret, you've been working on a social experiment about delayed gratification. You've been sneakily studying the adults, taking notes on their snacking habits and their mood. You found that Seek and Dr. Instance rarely eat sweets, but Utopia and Antecedent do it all the time. You correlate this to their attention span when you see them tackle frustrating problems. You know problems you can control and repeat, like if a child backtalks to them. The judges are impressed with your methodology. Instance, perhaps, a little begrudgingly. They award you first place. So we got a cool new 5-point card, and we gain the status popular. Oh, and our mood went up, but our mood already was up. So that's a shame. If I'd timed things better, that would have worked out nicer. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. It brightens everyone's spirits, even in the thick heat of dust. You end up on top of the western wall with Dis, launching water-filled poof shrooms down on an unsuspecting anemone in the sports ball court below. The walls seem like a neat place to hang out and relax, much quieter than the lounge, if you're looking for some solitude. And we've unlocked relax on the walls in the garrison, so now we can relax on the walls rather than just in the main cabin area. And now we are in mid-dust. So we have opened up the depot now. So we can check out the supply depot and buy cake as a gift that we could give out, or some of these items which give various bonuses. One thing to note is that these items count as our gear, and we currently only have 1 slot for our gear that's already being used by the Sun Medallion. So if we get perks from specific skills, we could potentially get more gear, but for now we can't. But most of these would probably be better than just the +1. Yeah, the +1 to challenges that we have right now. +5 to animals and a +1 to all flushes, which is flushes of 2 or more cards. A +5 to persuasion with a +5 to, or +1 to pairs. +5 to biology with a +1 bonus to straights, or +1 to all social cards. Should I buy... I guess I can't even buy that one yet. We only have 72 kudos. Should I buy either of these 3 items, or just keep using the one I've got? Let's see. Clear-minded, you've no stress, 10% chance to gain a bonus +1 when increasing skills, or as well as popular, kudos are doubled for 3 months. So we should probably do jobs that pay for the next 3 months. We're actually almost to the biology skill. One thing to note is that these +5 bonuses or whatever don't actually count towards getting perks, which is a shame, but it does help with the challenges so that they're less challenging. But it won't, like if I got this +5, that would push us up to 32. 33 is when you get the perk, but that won't actually give us the perk. We probably should keep pushing the ones that are nearly to some of these perk points. I guess biology is the closest, so we can see whatever cool perk we get for that. I think pears, probably flushes are the thing we use the most of, so maybe go that route. Yeah. Yep, we'll buy the animal book. And then we can go to our gear, disable that one, and turn on the animal book. So you'll see under animals, we've got the red bar and then a little tick of purple. That purple is for our item. Yep, we already read that one. With Mars. Cal, anything new? Nope. Our dad. Oh, because our animals is now 20 or higher, we can do his next. Not quest. Storyline. Help him with the animals. Your dad's working with the float cows. One of them is sick and isn't producing enough urine as a ballast, and it keeps wanting to float away. Your dad is building a spike so that he can tie her down until she feels better. You hold on to the leash, feeling a little like a kid with a balloon. A big, woolly, gassy balloon. It looks down at you with placid, unblinking eyes. You can see yourself refracted in them. Weird. Neat. So we gain some bonus animals. Skill. Nope. Nothing there. Nothing new there. I don't have time to waste explaining simple concepts to mental degenerates. Tang sniffs. If you're here to ask me a question, please make it quick. Want to study together? You and Tangent sync your holopalms and play a game together where you race to assemble chemical compounds using a simple programming language. Tangent is a whiz at it and breezes through the levels, barely breaking a sweat. You can tell she's hiding a smile when she looks over at your shoulder to help you with a particularly tricky algorithm. We gain a bit of reasoning and some more friendship. Done. Okay. So we should do jobs that pay, which I think is just shoveling dirt, which will boost our toughness and give us 5 kudos. Or we can help out in the depot with delivering supplies, which boosts organizing and perception and gives us 5 kudos. So I'm going to do delivering supplies this month. Mars has asked you to recruit some new members for the Secret Fun Times Club. Who do you approach about this fun, exciting opportunity to make friends and be your own boss? Anemone or Cal? We can't recommend Dis because we still don't have 10 friendship. Or my dad, I guess? Anemone, of course. She seems the most obvious for the Secret Fun Times Club. A club? Anemone says, scratching her nose with the back of her hand. I guess. I'm already in a club, though. I'll do it, but you gotta hold the meetings during Blurb, because I got sports ball practice during Yelly. I'm assuming those are times, maybe? Duly noted. You tell Mars to move the club meetings to Second Sun. It shouldn't be a problem. Anemone startles you by jumping to her feet. Cal! Hey, Cal! Cal stops what he's doing and trots over. Anemone swings her arms around his shoulders. Do you want to join the secret club? Anemone, do you not know what the word secret means? Come on, man. You make the universal sign across your neck for stop talking, but Anemone just grins. What kind of secret club would take me and not Cal? Looks like you got a 2 for 1? Anemone and Cal are both at the next meeting, and very excited to be part of the group. Mars looks excited to have more people to boss around. Anemone can be vice president of kicking stuff, Mars announces. You know, for if we need extra security or like, if we need to open a door and can't use our hands. Cal will be vice president of transportation, Mars continues. Cal pulls out his hoverboard and grins. That'll be useful if we need to get somewhere fast, or if only one of us does, anyway. He can deliver secret messages too. Yeah, I knew that both would join, but Anemone seems more of the, like, wild, crazy, join the club for fun times. I mean, Cal's a fun kid, too. Mars makes them raise their hands. Do you promise to always be cool kids and do fun stuff together and never tell any adults about the Secret Fun Times Club? Cal and Anemone agree readily. Alright, let's get to work. So whatever's over here is going to turn into a 2. Alright. 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. We met our super goal. +2 for a flush, +1 from the animal book gear. Nice. Alright, we maxed it out. So that gave us a whole bunch. +7 from the best score and popular status. Lots of organizing, some for perception. Now we're into late dust. I guess I should be checking. Cal's kicking a ball across the garden fence post, cheering when it bounces back towards him. Ever since we landed here, I don't play a lot of sports ball, he says, picking up the ball and tucking it under his arm. Anemone and I used to play a lot, but honestly, I think I like working in the garden more. He smiles up at the sky. I just like doing stuff that feels like it makes a difference, you know? I don't want to just play all the time like Anemone. Your dad takes a big breath of the air. Ah, this is real living, he says grandly. Sometimes I wake up and think we're still hurtling through space on the Strato, and I'm just so jazzed when I remember we're here, on a real planet. He slaps you on the back. Never take this for granted, kiddo. You find your mom inspecting the irrigation system. When it's hot like this, a failure in the irrigation system could mean we lose an entire field, she says, wrapping some adhesive tape around a joint. It's just too precious to leave to chance. This is looking at his collection of rocks again. I think we skipped talking to Mars, so I'll head back over there and talk to her. Nope. We did skip her, but she's just saying the same old thing she always says. Nope, nothing there. Nothing new there. Okay. So, probably should again do something that pays kudos. We did a lot of dirt last time. And Cal is already super good friends, so I think we're going to just keep going here, because we also wanted to build up our organizing a bit more. So we'll deliver supplies again. Is there anything nicer than freshly nanoprinted supplies? They're so warm, and they have that new smell. Alright. 5 kudos if the total equals goal. So that will be our goal this time, is to try and get exactly 16. Huh. Because that's way too high. Plus, I'd rather not lose the kudo. Any way that we can make this work. And we could do something like that. There we go. That's exactly 16, so we'll get an extra 5 kudos, which I hope gets doubled. Yeah, there we go. 18 kudos. Plus some organizing, perception, and friendship with Mars. Moving on from late dust to early wet.